You're listening to the Husson Experience, where we help you guide your way through college at Husson University. We give you tips, testimonies, and personal experiences to make your transition to college as easy as possible. I'm your host, Senior Marketing Communications student, Ashton Lyons. Joining me today, we have Senior Live Sound Audio Engineering student, Colby. Say hello.
Hello.
Senior Marketing Communications student, Karleen. And we have Junior Post-Production Audio Engineering student, Ben. Today, we're going to be introducing you, prospective student, to the basics of Husson University. So first question that I just wanted to start with and ask is, what would you say is the biggest tip that you'd give to someone first starting college here?
So for me personally, the biggest tip I would give is to show up on class on time, do all your schoolwork, even on nights when you're like, oh, I'd rather do anything but my schoolwork. Do your schoolwork. It will catch up with you, and you will fail your class if you start to slack off on it. I would say that's definitely my biggest tip for coming here at Husson.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is important to keep in mind. There's been a lot of times where I really don't feel like doing work, but you just kind of got to get it done or else it'll start piling up and get way worse. What would you say your biggest tip is, Karleen?
My biggest tip is definitely talk to your advisor and use the resources on campus. I mean, you're already paying for them. The wellness center, if you're sick, you can just go there. If you're having trouble, like there is therapists on campus. College is hard. College is rough. You might miss home, and they're available there to talk to you. The counseling center, the writing center, say you're working on a paper for Jeffrey and you have no idea what to write. They can help you. So definitely use the resources on campus.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that you really need to keep in mind is that during my freshman year, I was a bit hesitant to use the stuff that was on campus, but as I got more comfortable with it, it just started becoming something that was really natural and like, I'm paying for it, may as well use it. What would you say your biggest tip is?
I have two tips. One of them is remember that this is not high school. This is college. You're now in a more professional setting, so you are training to be here to work in a field of your choosing. And become professionals. Second would be if you come in with a mentality that you were the most popular person in school, just remember there are many people here who possibly were or possibly have been in similar situations where they get egotistical, but they get humbled pretty quickly here. But it's a fun experience here.
Well, that sounds like two tips, but I'll let it pass since they're both really useful. Next question that I kind of want to go through is just, what would you say is your favorite thing about Husson University?
I gotta say, the Big Smoky at Cressy's, most fire sandwich ever. I eat that all the time. It's so good. I would say that. I also really like the Gracie Theater. I spend a lot of time in there, mixing and doing sound. And it's honestly one of the most comfortable places for me to do schoolwork. Even for my other classes, I'll just sit in there and do schoolwork.
My top experience with the Cressy is mostly just chicken tenders and waffle fries, and those are good, so I imagine everything else there is too. What would you say your favorite thing about Husson is?
All right, well, I may be a little biased here, but my favorite is the Husson University dance team. I've been on it for 4 years. We compete once a year, and we're competing in February, so in a few days, or not days, but weeks. They also perform at basketball and football games. Last year, we actually beat Boston University, so it sucks to be you. We're hoping to be number one in all categories for this competition. So yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that. Hope that continues going well for you. And what would you say your favorite thing about Husson is?
I haven't had that much luck finding an actual favorite, but I do enjoy the people over at the NESCom building, the teachers especially, because they've actually made me want to better myself every day. But I'm also enjoying right now the intro into acting class, which is actually pretty fun.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a favorite thing to me. We start with sandwiches over here, then we get a nice wholesome way to end it out over that way. So thank you all for listening to the Husson Experience. If you're still here and want to take your education to the next level at Husson University, join us next week for our episode on the dining hall. Thank you all for listening.